television. And now we've action from the weekend's football matches in Football Extra.
Nationwide Football League Extra in association with the Nationwide Building Society.
Coming up, 45 minutes of end-to-end stuff, 102 goals, and don't miss the most amazing comeback of the season from Houston's Houdinis. To mark one man's special return, we remember Liverpool's last league title, masterminded by King Kenny. And as Dalglish arrived on Tyneside this week, Newcastle announced a Sheff flotation. But just why has the city fallen in love with football?
Well, West Bromwich Albion are one of those clubs to recently take the stocks and shares option. For other teams, especially in the Nationwide League, flotation could mean the difference between staying afloat in the years ahead and going out of business. They're the financial facts of life now, it seems. Well, more on the Footy Index coming up. First, it's Division 1.
Well, let this be a warning to all those still to play Bolton Wanderers. The leaders don't mind a bit of the rough stuff. Pushing and shoving between John Sheridan and Jeff Thomas turned into a 17-man brawl. They came in from all sides. But that early aggro just ignited Bolton. We were magnificent from 1 to 11, said manager Colin Todd, after John McGinley had rounded off a scintillating move with his 20th goal of the season. Wolves were never in it. Their manager Mark McGee admitted his side had been outclassed. It was an horrendous afternoon for all those in gold, and an embarrassing one for Keith Curle, just back after injury. And towards the end, Wolves were opened up by the best double act in the division. As McGinley sent Nathan Blake in, Blake thought about passing, but why bother? On current form, by the time spring has sprung, Bolton should be back in the Premier League. Sheffield United won by the same margin, but their performance was more workmanlike than wonderful. David Holdsworth headed on, and the Belarusian striker Petr Kachuro headed in. Yet United's real match winner was the Southend goalkeeper Simon Royce, who endured a nightmare 10 minutes early in the second half. When Royce missed a corner, David White scored. Then when Southend defender Keith Dublin looked like dealing with a punt forward, Royce came off his line to meet him, leaving Gareth Taylor with the open goal. That's why we're down at the bottom, said Southend manager Ronnie Whelan. Ipswich Town ended Barnsley's 8-match unbeaten home run. Here's John Helm.
Whelan weak this time. He created a really good opening for himself in the first half, and now Stockwell. He'll knock this one across. It was coming towards Howe, and Ipswich Town have the lead. And there was nothing Watson could do about the shot from Paul Mason, Ipswich's top scorer. Here's a corner. Oh, and it's gone in the net again. Jason Cundy gives Ipswich a 2-goal lead here. That chance soon disappeared, so Eden must find a different route. The chip up is to Ten Heuvel, and down for Little. Cracking goal, Andy Little.
It used to be Sharon, now it's Sheeran. Stoke fans put a fashionable twist to their number 10 when he arrived, and he's been scoring goals ever since. Sheeran's ruthless finish to Mark Dean's cross was quickly followed by an even better clinical goal. A left-footed drive this time of the highest quality. That's why Sheeran's the division's leading scorer now with 21, and why Stoke are trying to fend off transfer offers. Charlton's manager Alan Kirbishley is in the market for a striker, although Sheeran's out of his financial reach. Despite dominating the second half, Charlton couldn't build on fullback Anthony Barnes's unlikely goal. Norwich City are back in the playoff positions after overcoming an injury crisis, And an impressive Grimsby town, bottom of the table, but deservedly ahead after youngster Jack Lester's opportunist goal. But sleepy defending cost Grimsby. John Polston was unmarked to volley in the corner for his second goal in a week. And it was another Norwich defender, Daryl Such, who guaranteed them their fourth win running, as Grimsby paid for more indecision at the back. "We have to cut out the mistakes to stay up," said their manager Kenny Swain. Stand by for the most remarkable comeback of the season so far. At Vale Park, watching one of the genuine great escapes were Jimmy Greaves and Peter Brackley.
Janssen has gone across to supervise the corner. Olwyn has gone up. Mills in there too. And Dean Glover. And there is Glover.
Good goal.
They'll have the lead. Mills did well back to fight Guppy. Tackett has got forward ahead of him. Still Guppy. That's a good Mills at the far post.
That's a great cross.
That's a super header too from Lee Mills. Rangers defenders pushing forward, but Mills had stayed onside, and a lovely little flick through then. Tony Naylor now. Guppy at the far post, if he can find him. Here is Guppy, laid back for Jensen
That's
to
a
sweep
great...
it in. 3-0. Jensen with this corner. Olwyn has advanced. Glover on the edge of the 6-yard box. Naylor on the goal line. It's an own goal.
It's an own goal.
4-0. Brazier. Naylor. More danger developing now with Guppy. Teasing Maddox this time. There's Mills. And Naylor! Naylor again off the line. Was it over the line? The linesman says no.
Well, it looks as though it was a goal, didn't it?
Almost at the halfway stage in the second half. Sinclair's cross. No.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It's an own goal from Holwyn. On his debut for the team. Now Maddox. Played towards Takeo. That was Holwyn with an important header out. Impey to strike it back in though. Peacock. This is Takeo. Now Sinclair for Murray. Murray's chip. And it's there. What a finale. 4-3. Sinclair to Impey. Takeo! Great stop! It's there though from Spencer!
Can you believe it?
Absolutely amazing. It's 4-4.
John Rudge, extraordinary, unbelievable. 4-0 at half-time, 4-4 at the death.
Yeah, very unprofessional. I mean, the thing is, we've got the game in the bag. We could have had probably 6, maybe 7, and we've let the game just stroll away from us. That was really sloppy and really unprofessional from our players.
You don't want too many games like that in the course of this season. But, I mean, full marks to the players today. To come back from 4-0 down is a tremendous point for us today.
There were a lot of sour faces at Selhurst Park on Saturday. Portsmouth manager Terry Fenwick was seething when Robert Quinn's goal was allowed to stand. Fenwick called it incompetent refereeing. But by the second half, Crystal Palace were getting angry with themselves. Goalkeeper Chris Day came in for some stick from his teammates. When he failed to cut out a cross, Lee Bradbury equalised. Next in the dock was defender Dean Gordon, who failed to mark Andy Thompson. He headed in a goal that won Portsmouth only their 4th away game this season. Back at one of his former clubs, John Aldridge didn't take long to do what he does best. There were just 4 minutes gone when Tranmere's player-manager rounded off some neat approach play. Oxford's home record is excellent, however, and parity was quickly re-established by Martin Aldridge, a striker at the other end of his career. He's got the raw talent. Then an entertaining spectacle was ruined by a dreadful refereeing decision. Tranmere's Dave Higgins seemed to make no real contact with Nigel Jemson, but the penalty was awarded and things went from bad to worse for Tranmere, as Higgins was sent off and then goalkeeper Eric Nixon stopped Jemson's kick, only to push the ball into his own net. Manchester City's amazing away support swelled the Huddersfield crowd to over 18,000, but they saw a game that followed a familiar pattern. Steve Lomas scored to give Frank Clark hope of his first win, but City lost a lead last week to Crystal Palace, and 12 minutes from time, Huddersfield's teenage sensation, super sub Ian Lawson, arrived on cue. To St Andrews, where the commentator is Peter Brackley.
Furlong's the target. Did well to get his header into. Popped out Mihailov. That's Brown and Furlong. And Birmingham at last have the lead. Holsgrove has ambled forward. Bernal in there too, and McPherson. That was Bruce, didn't really clear. Driven back in by Holsgrove. Up goes Furlong, surely handled. It's a penalty. McPherson. Devlin against Mihailov, and he scores emphatically. Birmingham back in front. Now it's Johnson, prodded forward for Furlong. That's Granger's cross for Devlin! Super goal! Ambit as usual on the near post. Bruce to attack further back. Devlin! And it's gone in. Looked like an own goal.
Player manager Steve McMahon started his first game for more than a year in a bid to revitalise Swindon. Bradford were quickly in front though through Wayne Jacobs. Yet if they're to stay up, Bradford will have to turn away draws into away victories. All that early good work was undone when Kevin Horlock drifted in to equalise.
Reporting